Hey everyone, this is DayTraderRockStar, and this is going to be an S&P and market update going into the week of December 5th. We pick up after the last week when I got back from vacation last week. We went into last week with a beautiful setup in the market, and this week proved that that setup on the charts was nothing to doubt. Basically, everything was setting up. It was a high probability setup in the overall markets. We talk about multiple indicators outlining the best risk reward in the trade, and you know, I just always continue to just just stress how important it is when you recognize a pattern in the market. You better believe that you have to pay attention to it, because the only thing that really takes us out of the game is the ongoing coverage of the news, our own perceptions of the world. But technically, when things set up here using the 1, 2, 3 pattern and trading the fourth probability area, defining that by drawing under a trend line there, it really becomes a, you're looking back at things, basically it really becomes a confidence factor. So where does it leave us this week? This was last week. Watch for the key reversal candlestick. Monday we had that huge candlestick, which was that reversal. From that point on, we rallied. We rallied into Friday, where we kind of reversed, and then pretty much the day flat. But it was a reversal. But I'm just not convinced that that is the top yet. And a couple different things are leading me to think this way. First of all, daily stochastics are still very bullish. Haven't really topped out yet. Haven't really crossed over. The trend is intact. We're above the 200. We consolidated for the last 2 days. But the 60-minute chart, this is where we actually could zoom out and see how this level going into this week, when we came out and did the watch list last week, we're looking at this trend line to be the real high probability area, and we actually bounced right into that level. I mean, we didn't get officially to the trend line, but I think, seeing that if there was any news out there, news was actually the motivator here in the market Sunday to Monday. So it was just also an amazing coincidence that news came out at such a good technical level in the market to really propel it. So now the problem is, how far back do we pull? Stochastics on the 60-minute chart are rotating over. So we're already, because this is happening so fast, we're able to determine that we're going to have a stochastic kind of continuation trend signal, meaning that stochastics are pulling back. We're not making new lows, so the trend is going to continue. We're not seeing really a divergence, but we're seeing that positive stochastic price action where we're pulling back and the price level is holding pretty good. So, this is telling me that early this week we should see a little continuation move, and would continue to look for that. I did put out the 10 for 1,000 watch list this week. 10 stocks set up to move up in this upcoming week, and there's about 3 kick-ass trades on it. So I want to go over a couple of those stocks as a gift. Members get them all. You should just come out. Actually, you'll see me talking about a lot of the stocks during the day. So definitely stop by DayTraderRadio.com. That way you could actually see live what we're talking about here on the charts, but live happening. So taking a look at a couple of the setups for this week. One of the setups on the watch list is Cameco Corporation. Cameco, a uranium miner, nuclear sector. Everything about this daily chart is positive right now. This is just a classic example of a downward channel. High probability setups where when the stochastics, lower trend line, recognizable pattern, we're all set up, the 3 indicators right now, right then. Just recently we had a double bottom, which makes it an oversold stochastic indicator, recognizable pattern, and a technical level double bottom, meaning it's also a high probability setup right off of this 1690 level. So now we're trading at $19, and I'm expecting this to move back up to $21 and then on further. This looks great. Double bottom. I would look for the double bottom to hold up, and this is the first divergence. This is what we call price stochastic divergence, because in every case here, we have a series. We have a lower, oversold stochastic low, oversold stochastic lower low, oversold stochastic lower low, lower low, and all of a sudden oversold stochastics. But we kind of not make the lower low. We don't even get to the lower trend line. We make a double bottom, giving us the first signal of a potential breakout to the upside. That with a big gap up here. Everything I love about this. That's why this one's one of the kick-ass trades of the week, and it's a good price. It's not too. It doesn't scare people away. It's $19. Remember, any news that comes out dealing with nuclear, that nuclear sector, be it meltdowns or accidents or stuff like that, or laws being passed, will affect this stock. But technically, ready to rock. And here's the other one. I was almost going to just keep this one to the members, but you know what? It's just such. I haven't got. I haven't looked at potash in a while, and then doing my scans today, and I could spot a channel developing. Even and most people probably wouldn't be able to determine this lower trend line in here because there's really no established one. But these 2 points up here and these 4 points down here are really showing that this is going to start to develop into a channel. The important one is the lower line, because we put in another double bottom on potash, and then Friday we had a fast little pullback. So it's very close to getting a nice bounce here. And now what happened on Friday? Is that if you look back at it, you see the 60-minute stochastics turned over and came all the way back into an oversold level, and we're holding off a recent low. So this actually was a gift, I believe. So potash here is going to be a buy for me Monday morning. I'm going to scale one small. The overall pattern is great because we know exactly excuse me, we know exactly where we're going to buy this stock. If it did come down here, there's just tremendous channel line support down here, and this is you almost want it to come down here, but you also want to not lose a position based on this double bottom right here. But if it did come right down here, this would be a high probability setup. I'm sure that stochastics will rotate back down there. If that happened to show up like that, that's great. It's great. Again, I was talking about this on the radio today, how we're going to have the new section of the site that's kind of just, once we see a setup like that, it gets programmed in, and then it just automatically sends you an alert when it does hit that price. So it's like, potash, it's great here. It'd be fantastic here. I'm willing to take the risk to get in here. I have a feeling we're going to hold the double bottom, move up on potash. So very good technical chart. chart. So that's it for the S&P update and a few stocks for you. Like I said, come on by DayTradingRadio.com. I'm on the air every day, 4:30 to a little after 4 o'clock. 8:30 to about a little after 4 o'clock. And actually seeing what we do on the video is what I do live each and every day, but in real time, and you actually see the setups on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 60 minute, and everything, and take the trades and make some money and enjoy some good music. So enough of the station promo. I'm out of here. I'm going to do an educational video now, so keep an eye out for that. It's actually going to be the first of a series of my favorite stock setups. It's going to be called the Rockstar Playbook. And we're going to talk about the wedge pattern on that video. So I'm going to get working on that right now. And I hope everyone has a great weekend. Don't forget, futures open up at 6 p.m. Sunday. That's Sunday night, evening, Eastern Standard Time. Futures will be showing on the show. So come by, hang out. I'll see you then.